If you're just getting started with credit cards, you need to watch this video. Hi, I'm Philip, and on this channel, we teach you what you need to know about being a grown-up because adulting shouldn't suck. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click on the bell so you can get the notifications when we put out some new content, and in the comments below, let us know when you're getting a credit card. In this video, we're going to talk about the 7 credit card mistakes you need to avoid as a beginner. Credit cards are financial tools, and their value depends entirely on how you use them. If you use credit cards responsibly, credit cards can have many benefits like convenience, security from fraud, and bonus rewards. But if you use credit cards irresponsibly, credit card debt can ruin someone financially for years to come. Unfortunately, people treat credit cards like they're not real money, when instead they should be treating them like cash. People just swipe and swipe, racking up debt that they don't have a plan to repay. People should only use credit cards if they have the ability to pay the balance off in full every month. But unfortunately, that's not how people are using them. In this video, like I said, we're going to tell you the 7 most common credit card mistakes beginners make with their credit cards. Number 1, applying for credit cards too often and not comparing credit cards before applying. Too often do people just go with the first credit card that they see or go with the first credit card offer that they get in the mail. Unfortunately, not all credit cards are created equally. Some have more fees than others, some have higher interest rates than others, some offer discounts to students, and some have annual fees that you shouldn't be paying when you're just getting started in your journey with credit. You should do your research on credit cards before you start applying for them, because some credit cards might be better for your situation than others. But when you are researching these credit cards, you shouldn't be applying for them all. Because when you apply for too many credit cards within a certain period of time, it can reflect poorly on your credit score and actually lessen the possibility of getting approved for your credit card. There are 2 types of inquiries that credit card companies can pull on you when you apply for a credit card with them: hard inquiries and soft inquiries. Hard inquiries require your signature or verbal approval to run your credit, and hard inquiries will stay on your credit report for 2 years. If you have too many multiple hard inquiries on your credit within 6 months of each other, it could bring your credit score down. A soft inquiry is another type of inquiry that credit card companies can do on you, but this doesn't require your signature or your consent, and it doesn't affect your credit score. Credit card companies use soft inquiries to send you pre-approval credit card offers in the mail. When you fill out a credit card application, credit card companies do a hard inquiry on your credit to see your credit score and your credit history. Too many inquiries on your credit within a 6-month period will bring your credit score down, and it could result in you being denied for the credit card. Number 2, only making the minimum monthly payment and carrying a balance from month to month. If you can only afford to make the minimum payments each month, you're just keeping yourself financially broke by getting into credit card debt. If you can't afford to pay off the balance that you put on your credit card, then you shouldn't be getting a credit card. If you carry a balance on your credit card at the end of the month and carry that balance over to the next month, the credit card company is going to charge you interest on your remaining balance. In America, the average credit card interest rate is 18%, with the highest interest rate being 36%. Even if your credit card offers 0% interest for a certain amount of time, you should read the fine print to see when it begins and when it ends, and what the interest rate will be after the 0% interest rate term is over. Interest adds up quickly. Let's say that you buy something that is $1,000 and you plan on paying the minimum monthly payment of $25 a month with an 18% interest rate. Out of that $25 a month minimum payment, $10 would go towards your principal balance and $15 would go towards interest. So after 1 month of payment, you would still owe $990. It would take you 62 months to pay off that $1,000, given that you don't buy anything else and you don't miss any payments. At the end of those 62 months, you would have paid $1,538. $1,000 of it would have been what you used, and $538 would have been the interest. Number 3, forgetting to make your minimum payment or paying late. Missing your payment can result in some hefty fees from your credit card company. If you pay late or miss your payments twice within a 6-month period, some credit cards can even charge you higher fees. And if you're more than 30 days late on your credit card payment, the credit card company will report you to having missed a payment to the credit bureaus, and it will make your credit score go down since payment history is part of calculating your credit score. Negative marks on your credit report can take 7 years to get off your credit report, so this is no laughing matter. It's extremely important to never forget to make any of your credit card payments. A good way to do this is by setting up your card for automatic payments. If you're doing everything correctly with your credit card, you should be able to pay off your credit card in full every month. So if you need help with this, we have a great program that you can use. It's a way to build your credit on autopilot. And if you want to check it out, the link's going to be in the description below, so check it out. Number 4, taking a cash advance. Sadly, I didn't even figure this out until later in life. Taking a cash advance off of your credit card is dangerous because you get charged interest immediately, unlike you do with regular credit card purchases where you get charged interest at the end of the billing cycle. Also, there's no grace period, and you typically get charged an automatic fee that can run as high as 6% on the amount of cash that you withdrew. Credit card companies might not consider the cash advance to be paid off until you fully paid off the balance on your credit card. So if you're carrying a balance on your credit card and you're only making the minimum monthly payments, this interest fee for the cash advance won't stop being charged until you pay off the credit card balance entirely. Number 5. Not reviewing your monthly statement. This might seem silly, but this is actually a super important thing that you should be doing. This is how I found out how much money I was getting charged for the cash advance. It was crazy. I was getting charged regular interest for carrying a balance on my credit card. Then I was getting charged a second interest for the cash advance. In addition to checking your interest rates, it's equally important to check your transaction history. This happens more times than it should, but fraud charges do occur. Somehow, some way, someone can end up with your credit card information and start charging your account. Unfortunately, this has happened to me a handful of times in my life, with the most recent one being like 2 years ago. Someone had used my credit card information to get a cell phone plan at T-Mobile with like 3 new iPhones. Somehow, they were using my credit card to buy all that stuff and for the monthly automatic payments. Luckily, all I had to do was just call my credit card company and they reversed the charges and issued me a new card. But if I didn't check my monthly credit card statement, this could have gone on for months before I found out. Number 6, maxing out your credit card. A portion of your credit score is made up from your credit utilization rate. While you could use the entire credit limit of your credit card, doing so could hurt your credit score. The rule is that you're supposed to keep your credit utilization rate below 30%. If you use more than that, it can hurt your credit score. If you don't know what a credit utilization rate is, it's the percentage of your credit that you're using in comparison to your credit limit. So for example, if your credit limit was $1,000, you'd need to keep your credit usage below $300 to keep your credit utilization rate below 30%. If your credit limit was $1,000 and you're using $800 of your credit limit, your credit utilization rate would be 80%. Number 7, closing a credit card. Closing a credit card isn't always the best idea. Credit history is another part of your credit score, and you only ever want to close a credit card under certain circumstances. But you typically don't ever want to close your oldest credit card because doing so would cause you to lose the credit history associated with that card. The only time that it's justifiable to close a credit card is if it's a newer card that you're no longer using and it has an annual fee. When you close a credit card, you still have to pay off whatever balance is left on the account. And if you have multiple credit cards, this can actually lower your overall line of credit, which means that can affect your credit utilization rate. So if you have 2 credit cards with a $1,000 line of credit each, you'd have $2,000 as your total line of credit. But if you had $500 in credit card debt, you'd still be below that 30% credit utilization rate. But if you closed one of those credit cards and lost $1,000 of your line of credit, but kept the $500 in credit card debt, you would now be at 50% credit utilization since you lost the other $1,000. Cleaning up credit card debt takes time and self-control, but the 7 mistakes that we just talked about aren't difficult to avoid. Credit cards can be helpful and convenient financial tools if you avoid debt and use them responsibly. Avoiding these common mistakes can put you on the right path to having good credit habits. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And in the comments below, let us know if you've ever done any of these mistakes that we talked about in this video. Until next time.